Good morning, I'm Rachel. And I'm Jillian. And we're the Cruising Sisters, and welcome to day 5 of our Norwegian Epic Cruise vlogs. We have been cruising for 13 days now. If you missed our vlogs on Vision of the Seas, that was last week. We were on for 8 nights. So we have lots of vlogs from that cruise, and it's now day 5 on our Norwegian Epic. Today we are docked in Livorno, Italy, which from this port you can usually do about 3 things: Pisa, Florence, or Cinqe Terre. And today we're doing Cinqe Terre. Yay, we're so excited. We've been here once before where we did Pisa, and then we also, when we were here a few years ago, we had done Florence just on our own. So we've done the 2, so this is kind of our last thing to do, and we've seen so many pictures and we're just very excited. Today is going to be a full day. Our excursion starts at 9:40 and we don't get back to the ship until 8 p.m. So it's going to be a full day out visiting the towns. Yes, however, we're a little nervous because yesterday on the announcements they said we're expecting tons of rain and thunderstorms, and part of our excursion is a boat ride, which is weather dependent. So it's kind of up in the air what's happening. We think they'll just probably cancel the boat ride and maybe we'll take trains between towns. So what this excursion has is a 2-hour bus ride to Cinqe Terre, or to one of the towns in Cinqe Terre, and then there is a boat that takes us to another town, and then you're off to explore on your own, and then I think there's another boat to take us to a different town, or the bus takes us, so we go to 3 of the towns, and then the bus ride back. So we also have some time on a beach, so we're hoping that it doesn't rain and storm like they're expecting, but they said that they would keep us updated with all of the news on what's happening with the weather and how the excursion will run. So we'll bring you along with us, whether it's a good day or a rainy day. We're hoping for the best. Yes. See you soon.
Our client, I've also called 6011 Pisa. Do it together.
We are currently waiting in the cruise terminal. We got on a bus and off a bus again, and the gangway is closed for, we don't know what reason. They said they had to fix it, so we're heading back onto the ship.
We're gonna go book another cruise that goes to Livorno right now.
Yes. We wanted to do this excursion so badly, so we are disappointed, but now we'll just have a day on the ship.
Well, we're back in our cabin.
Yeah, so we are very disappointed to say the least, but it's no one's fault, it's the weather. So we went down to the theater, our meeting spot, at 9:40.
Everything was going according to plan.
They were calling a bunch of excursions.
Yeah. They made 1 announcement for us, which we actually did expect.
We were nervous for it because we thought they were going to cancel the whole excursion.
Yes.
But all they said was that the boat ride between 2 of the towns was canceled, and instead we had to take a train. So we were fine with that. Obviously disappointed. We wanted the boat ride, but
we were still going.
We were still going to Cinqe Terre.
Yeah.
So we exited the ship and terminal, got onto our bus, and not even 3 minutes later, torrential downpour.
Yeah.
Lightning, huge storm.
Huge winds, the bus was shaking. We were actually scared that the bus was going to leave at that point because other buses were leaving for the excursion, and we're like, we do not feel safe in this. Jill has clips that she'll definitely insert of the rain. It was crazy.
Yeah, so like I said, not even 3 minutes later. So then about, I would say 10 minutes later, someone came on our bus and made an announcement that our whole excursion was canceled.
But that's because Cinqe Terre, the towns, actually were closed for the trains and buses coming into it.
So they wouldn't even allow us in, no matter how we got there, whether we were with an excursion or not. So,
and our only option was we could stay on the bus and they would take us to Pisa for still 80 euros
per person.
And that's not even that far. Like that's quite pricey for where you don't have to go that far. And nobody wanted to go because it would be the exact same weather situation there, but Pisa was still open.
So we came back on
boat, but it did take us a while. They had closed the gangway because it was so windy and rainy. It was unsafe for anyone to board the ship. So we had to sit in the terminal probably for half an hour. And then we finally were back on board, and the ship is so busy. So many people have just stayed on board because there's not much else you can do in this weather. So I'm hoping the weather will clear up a little bit later and we can at least go into Livorno. But we will have to see. Pretty sad. We did have this plan for a long time, but it is what it is. So we will just have to come back and do another cruise. We can't complain about that. So staying positive, it'll still be an awesome day on the ship. Yeah, we'll find things to do, of course. So we'll keep you updated with what we end up doing. So we've just had lunch in Garden Cafe, and it's actually looking a lot nicer outside now, so we are going to head out to Livorno. Probably not for long, maybe just an hour. Just to say we got off the ship. Yeah, just to make the most out of a bad situation. So here we go.
They did say that we were doing new activities on board right now because of the bad weather, but pretty much that just consisted of 2 movies. So
not much going on the ship.
Not much going on. So.
It's not even as though we can go up and enjoy the pool. We got off the ship once again. We just entered the port here and realized that the shuttle bus to even get outside of the port costs €5 each, which is really cheap, but we have already been to Livorno and there's not really too much there. We were kind of just getting off in order to get off and explore. So I think we've decided just to have a ship day after all. We've tried 2 times and I think that's good enough. So we're just gonna go grab our book. I'm gonna grab another coffee. Rachel has one here, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab one for myself and find a nice quiet spot on the ship and just have a relaxing afternoon. We have just been reading for a while and we are now at Oceans. We just ordered, gonna have a little snack because we aren't having dinner until 8 p.m. So.
And we can't go a day without this place.
Of course not, it's so good. Ordered a ½ pound of wings and gluten-free nachos, which comes with potato chips instead of their nacho chips because they weren't gluten-free. And Rachel got the Wrangler burger and fries. Yum, it looks huge. So this is just a snack for us, we say, but we are very hungry anyway, so. We have just come back to the room. I've gotten ready and we are going to head down to dinner shortly. I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and grab a quick tea to bring to dinner. Rachel still has to get ready and then she'll meet me down there. I don't think there's too much on the menu tonight, so I don't think we'll be eating a whole lot. And then we have the Burn the Floor show on tonight. I think it's kind of one of their Broadway shows. It's only an hour, but it's at 10:30 till 11:30.
One of the ones you needed to make reservations for. So the ship actually has like a box office and you go and make reservations for 2 of the production shows. So we have high hopes.
Yeah, we made our reservations on the very first day to make sure that we would be able to watch the show. So that's on the agenda tonight, and then I'm sure we'll head to the club after that, but we will of course bring you along.
¿Qué pasa si perdo factura? Vamos a ver. Per això tinc 2 opcions. Única m'agradaria.
Yes, please.
No, esmorzar tranquil·lament i agafar el barco a les 9:30 o 10:30, vale? I anar.
I once again got the gluten-free bruschetta, and Rachel got the mini tostadas. Yum yum. Rachel also got the bruschetta, of course, every single night. Thank you. The bacon wrapped Cajun shrimp looks amazing, and Rachel got one more appetizer as her main, which is the mozzarella and tomatoes. Grabbed one last
decaf coffee before bed. Rach just grabbed a tea. We're heading up to the buffet for Rachel to grab a crepe. We didn't get dessert at dinner. On our way for Rachel to grab a crepe, we skipped dessert at dinner tonight because Rachel loves the crepes. They have crepes every single night. I think it's from 5:30 to midnight. So it's almost 10 o'clock now. We have a show at 10:30. Rach just wants a quick little dessert before we head to the show. Dessert for me and dessert for Rach. But we will let you know how it is after the show.
We made it back in the room for the night. It's well, it's pretty late, but for us it's a little early. It's 11:56 right now, and we are so ready for bed.
Yeah, so you saw our dinner, absolutely amazing. I was
it
so
was
full
really
after.
good dinner. Yeah.
As you saw, we skipped dessert, went up to the pool deck, and they always have crepes in the garden cafe or just outside of the garden cafe. So that's what Rachel got. I just grabbed some vanilla ice cream and a decaf latte from Starbucks. So that was really good. And then we had the Burn the Floor production show. It was amazing.
Yes. We did mention before the show that we had high expectations for it, and it was absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
It was the same cast from the show before. This one was quicker. It was only an hour. But
there
it was
wasn't
constant dancing.
Yeah, there wasn't really like any talking at all. It was all singing or dancing, which was amazing. Like
they were amazing.
Incredible.
It was such a good show. We've had amazing shows this cruise. They really prioritized their production shows, and yeah, blown away.
So if you ever have a chance to watch Burn the Floor, definitely recommend. Don't miss it. The theater was packed.
Yeah, you could. There wasn't even a single seat. Right when the show started at 10:30, there was family timing to split up because there was no seats together. So definitely was a popular event tonight.
Yeah, and then after that, you saw that we just went to the club. We only stayed for about half an hour. This ship, we mentioned in our previous vlogs, is absolutely freezing. So I am always wearing my cardigan, and even then I'm like uncomfortably cold. So that I think is part of the reason that we don't stay out so late, because we can't handle the coldness, I guess. Like, yeah. So,
but the club was packed like usual. There's definitely a party cruise. When we walk through the ship to get to the other end, and all the bars are packed. There's live music going on. Tons of people. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely a good cruise to be on.
Yes. Tomorrow, stay tuned, we are in Cannes, France. We dock at 7 a.m., so an early morning. We do have to be tendered in. We don't dock right at the pier.
Or as our cruise director said, we can swim in if you would like. So
yeah, probably just a short swim, right? So that's our plan tomorrow. We won't be getting off right at 7. I'm thinking probably around 10.
Yeah, we need some sleep.
Our plan is to go to the beach, but stay tuned for that, and we will see you in the next vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed for the future cruise content.